Hi again, everyone. This video is sponsored by contribution from Astrid, and here's her story. Hi, Ollie. Hope this letter finds you well. I'm sending this letter with contribution. As always, thank you again for the important work you do. You helped so many, including myself. I told my malignant narcissist borderline mother, whose recordings you previously commented on, that she was abusive, that she had hurt me, and that we would not have a relationship until she dealt with that, possibly by taking antipsychotics. This is the woman who that was accused of stalking a 2-year-old and ranted about it to me while she was driving, and I couldn't leave the situation. R is my ex-stepdad, and when I talk to him, he is very careful not to say anything that might negatively impact my relationship with my mom. He is a good person who is still so focused on what others need that he tries to make sure I understand that he really hurt her. I've edited it slightly to remove personal names and identifying medical information. She mentions my illnesses. I have a medical condition that I had very obvious and painful symptoms for my entire adolescence that she did not address and actively blocked my attempts to seek help for it. The only treatment that was allowed was nonsense pseudo-medical interventions from some 1930s psychic named Edgar Case. When I moved out and began treatment, she did everything she could to sabotage it. Anyway, this was her response to my no contact letter. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Okay. All right, this is from her mother. You heard in I think it's borderline 3 and 4, the recordings. Okay. I would like to see a specific I would like to see a list. I would like to see a list of specific actual events that occurred wherein you believe I made a choice to believe you. You don't need to give exact dates, but time frames and specifics about the incidents would help a lot. Would they? I bet they would. Otherwise, these are just vague accusations to which I cannot answer. Despite what you keep saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sure you do. Sure you do. She just wants to make sure she wants to see how much of it you remember. Are you kidding me? As for R, I will stick with my position that I am a much better and more accurate reporter as to what happened in that relationship than you are. Since 2006, you have been around me and R for possibly 2 weeks a year, maybe less time. You have no basis on which to judge. Of course, I never told you everything that was going on. I admit that I was wrong to let the relationship continue after about the second year, and my reasons for staying were very non-survival for me. I never claimed that Rick was not good to you and Brett. That was one reason I stayed. The others involve fear of failure, embarrassment, insecurity, and a willingness to be criticized, degraded, dismissed, and gaslighted on a daily basis until I really had no self-respect. I unfortunately went back to him after I got away once. If you wish to align yourself with R, that is your choice. You say, I gathered information to make R look bad. I lived with him for 16 years, including the last 2.5 years when he was having a progressive mental breakdown from the Ambien addiction. I experienced his methods and manipulations. I am the person most qualified to report what did or did not occur and to assess the damage of those interactions. Scientology and my other spiritual beliefs are no more bizarre than Christianity. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. In which people believe they are eating the blood and body of their Savior when they take communion. I'm not religious, but that's a metaphor. Your dad also believed in Scientology. Oh, good, so he's an idiot too. He was actually the one who insisted that you told him when I was about 8 months pregnant that you were a girl and wanted to be named Astrid. R is heavily involved in doing magic spells to accomplish his goals. He used to have me leave honey and other treats out for the brownies and fairies in our house. He also tried to teach me to stare into a black mirror until I summoned another being for advice, not to mention his tarot reading, rune throwing, pendulum swinging, and other fortune telling methods. Do you consider R and your dad to be psychotic as well? If not, examine your motives. And we're not talking about them, we're talking about you. See, none of this has anything to do with your behavior, her behavior towards you. It is another narcissistic gaslight for guilt. Now she wants you to come up with what a list? A list? No. As for your dad, he suffered a brain injury after a mosquito or other insect bit him. I did not cause that, but I did have to deal with the aftermath. Prior to that, we had our issues, as any marriage does, but we were strongly connected, and I believe we could have had a long and loving, workable life together. The very basis of our relationship was that we both dearly wanted children. We both loved you and your brother, and we were capable of working towards mutual goals. I don't know if you remember, but just before your dad got sick, he and I were trying to start a chapter of an organization in a city we lived in once, and had already started giving demonstrations. After his brain injury, he was a profoundly different partner. Sorry if you do not understand that. It's all on you. She's been abused. He found women he found he found women on the internet and left me, period. Then he confabulated an entire different history with me. Nothing I could do to change that either. It's done. Quoting Astrid. This is her quoting Astrid. But we both know that we but we both know the behaviors and thought patterns that have caused this pervasive pattern of instability in your closest relationships, including to, but not limited to me. She responds, I seriously do not know what you're talking about. I was married to your dad for 18 years, 7 of which were post-brain injury. Again, he left me. Otherwise, I would still be with him. So she couldn't even keep a guy with a brain injury? Is that what she's saying? Wow. So the brain injury made him smarter because he was smart enough to leave her. I was with R and also his main supporter, cheerleader, and sponsor for 16 years. When all was said and done, he was not able to keep his end of the bargain. That's on me for being stupid. As I mentioned above, you have no idea what was going on there and never will unless I give you more information. So she wants you to give her information about you, but she doesn't. What is rather astonishing to me is that R always treated me as his personal science project, something to fix and criticize and correct and improve, who could never quite meet the standards of his well-hidden, often changed agenda. Now you're doing the same thing. So you're just like him now. I never thought that my relationship with you showed a pervasive pattern of instability. I always felt very close to you. I can name situation after situation, starting at birth, that involved my helping, protecting, and advocating for you, including a decision not to return to my job and work at home, any number of school or social incidents, moving, finding apartments, and your illness. If you now want to label my efforts as instability or abuse, that is your choice, but I don't have to validate it. Fine, perfect. Then she can go away and you can go away. If you never tell me the basis of your beliefs in that respect, I definitely cannot deal with them. And again, insisting that I know what you're accusing me of is not working for me. To summarize, I am not validating or accepting your evaluation on my life, my intentions, my actions, or reactions to situations and people, my ethical history, my relationships, or my current mental and emotional or spiritual condition. You are my daughter, and I have a lot of love and concern for you, your health, your progress in life. If the price of staying connected to you involves having to make false confessions or ingesting some pharmaceutical, I am sorry. That just does not work for me. It would be dishonest at least and totally destructive to me at worst. I am really interested to hear the facts that you say you have. I want to know what specific incidents you're referring to and how you have interpreted them. Bullshit. She wants to know what you got to say so she can gaslight you. If you were an attorney, like a trial, huh? I'm sure you would not advise a client to plead guilty before they even knew what the charges were, but you know what the charges are. I deserve that same courtesy. No, you don't. I want you in my life, but not as an overseer, critic, or judge. This winter experience in New York has been very good for me. I have been married to 3 different men for 37 of the past 39 years. I am enjoying being single and hanging out with my family and having time to remember who I really am. You are invited to be a part of my life. Always, I love you, Mom. Well, that is nothing more than the borderline playing victim. All this fucking, I don't even know what she was saying half the time. Just a lot of fucking words. A lot of guilt words. Guilt salad. Guilt salad is what you got here. She knows goddamn well what the accusations are. She knows goddamn well. She wants you to say it to her so she can gaslight you over them, so she can threaten you over them, so she knows what narrative to put out against you so she can counterbalance it with flying monkeys. All this is a fucking narcissistic salad of guilt. The poor borderline victim, victimization of the borderline. Your mother is a borderline. We have discussed that. We have heard that in your videos and in your recordings, without a doubt. This could have been taken, this shit could have been lifted right off one of those borderline personality feel pity for me blogs. That's what it is. It's, and you bring up the first of all, and if she's into Scientology, she's never going to take a medication. They don't believe in it. They don't believe in therapy. They don't believe in any of it. None of it. That's what the whole Tom Cruise fight was with what was that, Brooke Shields? They'll never do it. See, what you're doing, Astrid, I'm not happy with that, Astrid. What you're doing here, or what she's doing here, Astrid, is she is setting you up here. She wants to know what you're accusing her of so she can go out and bash you to everybody. So she knows how to plan her defense and set it up so you're crazy. So you're crazy. And look, that's what Scientology is. That's what Scientology does. It's gaslighting. It's gaslighting and manipulation. All of it. All of it. They don't believe in medication. And that's what you're doing is you're attacking everything with this. By telling her she needs psychotherapy and she needs psychotic drugs, which I don't think she does, because she chooses all of this. It's useless. Useless. Might chill her out, but it'd be fucking useless. You're not only attacking her, you're attacking her whole fucking belief system, her whole fucking religion. That's what you're doing. Don't give it to her. Because who do you think she's going to run back to with this? Who? These lunatic Scientologists that she likes to hang around with? I can understand why you're a little nervous. You're attacking her core, okay? They want you to talk to them because the more you're talking to them, they can drag you back in. That's what this is. She takes responsibility for nothing. It's a pity word salad. It's a pity word salad here. Don't fall for it. You sent your letter. She's decided to send her letter. You're done with it, Astrid. You're done with it. You're dealing with a monster. Stay away. Stay far away. So, thank you again for your contribution and for another story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, or you'd like to set up a Skype chat, Facebook chat, have a private video made or phone call, or you just like to support the channel or sponsor a video for someone else, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. And if you're still unclear, wait for the final video link to pop up on this video. That'll take you to my instructional video, which will tell you how to do all that. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Hit the subscribe button and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my uploads. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon.